Hello everyone, this is Akuchi back with some more Dominion. I'm going to be playing my fifth, which is not my final league match, of the season against Yurikamome, whom I have never played before. And we're off. Yeah, I got one more league match after this, against Joma, I think? I forget. But here we are. If you're watching this on YouTube, apologies for my shadowed face. Just have to be sinister today. Um, so we have Chapel. We have Captain, which can play Faithful Hound. That's not very exciting, but it might be. But it's the draw, I guess. We can Royal Carriage. It's gonna be annoying to like target the Royal Carriage on the Captain and not the Faithful Hound, I think. Potentially Kiln comes into play. I think we probably want to open Chapel Star Chart, right? Um, to kind of get going, and then we'll get some silvers. Then we'll get a captain. But yeah, no, the plus actions are pretty scarce. Royal Carriage. And the only non-terminal we're gonna want to play with Royal Carriage is Forum, but I'm not really sure when I'm gonna pick up Forum. In terms of payload, it's just treasures or kiln. Could play one villain. Is there plus buy? No, just Forum. So probably don't want to overbuild. Okay, okay. So next turn we're gonna have 4 or 5. We are doing the same things, which is expected. I think I want to top deck the silver here. I don't think it matters too much, but there we have it. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot to do here. So we're player 2. How do we feel about... So we can trash... Hmm. How do we want to proceed here? What I was gonna say is like, oh, Yurikamome may... Yeah, they kept an estate. Interesting. Yeah, that's annoying. Hmm. So I think we need to get another silver. So what do we want this turn? If I see the silver, I can trash a copper. If I see silver and chapel, I can trash a copper. Hmm. Oh, we can get a royal carriage. Okay, we don't have to do that. We also could have just gotten a villain. We can get a captain and just try to start provincing. I don't feel great about that. We can get a villain. And then get like maybe forum at some point. Yeah, I'm into it. Yeah, this seems like the point where we get the forum. Oh, you can kiln a forum? No. No, there's no way to get multiple provinces per turn. None that I'm aware of. So here's something we might be able to accomplish. We might at some point be able to get province plus changeling to try to get another forum. But I don't know if that's actually going to be ever worth it as opposed to saving the coffers. Maybe if we don't have to spend coffers. Wait, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Ignore my rambling. The attack helped a little, I guess. We get to buy province first. I don't know how important that is. I'm thinking not very. What's in hand? Chapel. Like, we're likely greening too early. I can believe that. Oh, that's pretty clever. The defense. Um, like, should we get Forum Duchy here? I don't think it makes sense this turn. Like, we don't need two forums yet. But I think it does make sense this turn. So we hope that our silver is not bottom decked. We hope that's a copper or a chapel. And yeah, if we were thinking straight, we would have probably held on to an estate. I didn't mean to rhyme. I just do it all the time. Our opponent is going to have their alternating captains. They're going to gain another captain from the kiln, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty clever. The Faithful Hound stuff. If our opponent doesn't province this turn, okay, they did. Yeah, so we need to do the Forum Duchy thing. Then, yeah, we're just gonna stock up on some coffers and hope we can endure. I didn't think this through very well. I don't know how we're gonna reliably province with a 3-card hand. We have to get pretty lucky. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, our opponent's much better able to take advantage of additional forums than we are. We did get lucky here. Oh, forum is hand size neutral. What am I thinking? My brain is not working at full speed yet. Yeah, let's just top deck both of our forums. Should be an easy forum duchy, no? But yeah, if our opponent remains consistent, which is likely through the duchy dancing, then the problem we're going to run into um, is that our opponent has an extra estate. Ooh. Hmm. That's good that our opponent wasn't able to pick up another forum, but I mean, they're like using Kiln to gain forums and stuff. So it's, not great. What is our path to victory? That's what I'm not sure about. Like, we're going to have a ton of coffers, so I don't know. But yeah, like, here we are. um, how do we proceed in this game? Man, they only have one faithful hound, but I guess they can always top deck it. So, our opponent has a kiln, so they have a little extra pile pressure on the forums. Oh wait, we don't have a 3-pile situation. So we can pile duchies, but I guess Should we use the coffers, though? Because we could just get an estate. And then, I mean, if our opponent provinces, then I'll take the tie here. And if our opponent duchies, then we take the last duchy. And then we're in a weird bind. Because, like, this hand is clearly going to be a better hand to buy a duchy with. I think our opponent's going to be able to empty captains unilaterally. Thought a little more before trashing that last estate. I'm on the back foot. And the way this plays out, I don't see how to win. That's a lot of captains in play. Maybe this was a turn I needed to buy province. Because they only had one captain in play. But they can just play the captain as beggar. Yeah. Just doesn't seem likely. I did not want to see those two silvers there. There is a possibility that we can empty forums on our own, like, of our own power, you know? This is so silly. What a silly game. Just too much stuff that our opponent has. Too many captains. Oh, we're so close. We need 17 coins. Wonder if our opponent's going to get there next turn. Guess we'll find out. This is, of course, bad for us. Man. Um, yeah, we can't empty form. Oh, wait a second. There's another pile yet to go. I think I do want to pick up a forum here. I think it's good for me to lower forums. Oh, I see the problem. It's not good for me to lower forums. I just have no power in this endgame dance. My opponent has all the power, all the control, all the options. I am left with nothing. I cannot lower estates to 1. I will certainly lose. Wait a second. Will I lose? Yeah, I'll lose. I'd have to be able to do it on my turn, which I can't. That's all there is to it. Yeah, lowering forums is just good for our opponent. As long as they see the option, which I'm sure they do. Three captains imply. So I can't buy province. I mean, it's just like a perfectly clean deck. It's very reliable. Very reliable setup from our opponent. Why changeling? Why changeling? Doesn't make any sense to me. There it is. I wanted to see the beggar. Ah, it doesn't even triple beggar. Disappointing. Keeping that estate was key. Good play from yurikamome. They also had more clicks, which I think is a downside. Honestly, my deck was pretty reliable with fewer clicks, but the estate was key. I'm not the host, right? Maybe I am. I don't. Did I steal host when I like turned off spec chat? I'm confused. Is that a feature in this new client? New, I say. Just because I've played like only 100 games or so. Alright, where are we at? Family of Inventors. The Emissary? We've got Magpie. We've got training. So that looks pretty important. We don't have trashing. That's pretty obnoxious. We do have other things, though. We can draw. It's just a little bit awkward. Should I get like should I use my family of inventors to get 2 magpies? Might be the best way to like take advantage of player one. In terms of training, like there are other good targets other than Magpie. Um, but if we can win Magpies like 6-2 or better, it's just a nice early target for the training. Well, this is not great, but I guess I'll get another Magpie. This is not great. Oh, that is great. I didn't know I'd be able to do that. Cool. Um, so I can get 6 automatically if I click that button. Villa is the plus buy, so we can just get that when we need it. Yeah, okay. Okay. We definitely got lucky there with the reveals. Definitely got lucky. Hopefully now we can reveal some treasures and buy training. If not, I'll need to add some payload to my deck. Maybe Flag Bearer. Flag Bearer, kind of obnoxious. 5. You cannot make training any cheaper. Emissary's pretty decent, I think. I don't know. At some point, like if you can stock up the favors, you can just get a bunch of villas, you know? Okay. I think I want to get Flag Bearer with 4. But yeah, there's definitely something to be said for an emissary. So presumably our opponent like will have an amount of money that makes it awkward to get Flag Bearer. We'll see. Just one activation from our opponent's emissary will let them pile the villas. So that's concerning. Less than half of our deck is treasures now for our Magpie. A little sad. What was that order about? Oh, of course. Duh. Okay, I just need to find a copper. There it is. We could stop here, but I don't know why I would. Ooh, okay. Do we still have the flag? We do. Incredible. I want to get the emissary going. I don't know if I'll have that opportunity, but that's what I want. So we're going to want to pay attention to our shuffles now. Oh boy. Oh boy. Does our opponent do it here? Do they get all the villas? Villas? It's just denial at this point. And I already have one villa, so I don't mind too much. It's only one at a time. Okay. That threat is much reduced. We have to work together to make the villa pile out a reality. Okay. Good. So why lower the cost of flag bearer? What's the thinking there? What is the thinking there? Ports? Doesn't seem very important. Oh. Wait, how did two... Oh. Oh, you can do it. Okay. Man, I keep on having to reevaluate. Because you can start your buy phase multiple times with Villa, right? That's what happened there. I think that's what happened. All right. Have a really good chance of being able to activate Emissary now. I like that. So... do we want another Emissary or do we want a Storyteller? Maybe a Capital City. Probably not, though. Probably Emissary. If it's the bottom card, I'm gonna freak out. Flag bearers are free. I mean, those villas are really low anyway. How do I want to put an inventor token on villa? So we could get the remaining villas. I don't think that matters too much. Like, I don't even know if we want that. Kind of just want double province, but I can't do that. I mean, I want the flag bearer also, let's be clear. Do I want to deny villas? I don't have a storyteller to take advantage of those villas. It's going to slow down my deck. I kind of just want villas to be in the pile, but I doubt my opponent's going to give me that option. So I have a villa down there and those two cards. It's pretty annoying. Wish I had drawn it, then I would have 3 buys, and I would have been able to do much more interesting things. My options with 2 buys are pretty limited. Villa denial. How valuable is that? I guess there's something to question is I don't even have to use my Family of Inventors token, I don't think. Spend 9 money, I get 3 back. I can still afford Flag Bearer Province. And then the buys are helpful. Yeah. I think we do that. Like maybe we can empty Flag Bearers and win or something. Certainly if we have a green, like a VP lead, as the Flag Bearers are lowered, we're in a pretty good spot. This is not the kind of game I enjoy, but I'm happy to be in the position I am. Very first player favored board. And of course my Magpie hits on turn, whatever, 4 or 5 or something. 5, I guess. Very helpful. No, 4. Turn 4. I think this needs to be flag bearer province from my opponent. It's pretty rough though, because they only have one villa left in those 13 cards, along with their emissaries. I don't know that there's anything they can do about that, but it is what it is. Well, this is not a winning turn. Now we know our opponent doesn't have enough buys to empty. They only have one villa. And one magpie. So they literally cannot trigger a shuffle. Do you have a capital city? Never mind. Yeah, we could lose this game because of this draw. I wonder if we just have to suck it up and not take a flag bearer. What are the odds that our opponent sees two villas after that shuffle? They do have... They can potentially see 3 cards with their capital city, 2 with their magpie, and then 6 more with their emissaries. So they can see 4 cards after the shuffle, which includes 3 villas and 3 magpies. This is annoying, but I think it's possible for our opponent to win. And more likely if we take the, oh my gosh, this is so terrible. Our draws are so terrible. Yeah, we would have lost if we had taken the flag bearer. We're probably still going to lose. Although, our opponent has not much draw in those 9 cards, so... But they get to draw 6 to start, and they have magpies. If they're lucky, they can win next turn. I mean, they've got coppers and stuff, right? Why aren't they playing their coppers? Yeah, these last 2 turns have been absolutely atrocious. Much worse than would have been average, I think. I mean, we're not expected to get amazing hands, but these have been pretty terrible. The thing that would complete the story is if next turn we have emissaries but no villa. Or no emissaries. Yep. Pretty clear. Nothing else to do. Oh, there's a horse. I think we lost. Our opponent just needs to find 3 villas. I mean, it's unlikely, of course, but Capital City is a really good card right now. Yeah, I mean, they don't even need to do that, because they can just win on provinces now. I let them have the flag too long, because I could not safely take it. Great. Great job, Magpies. Real great job. So we can get province duchy. That's 9 VP. That would mean I lose. I think I'd rather have a capital city. But I can't afford it. Yeah, I think we just need to buy flag bearer, province, duchy. Let's hope our opponent has a bad turn. I don't know what else to do. Our opponent has a lot of villas they didn't play. They have an emissary. Man, they're gonna have another good turn. I don't think I can take the flag. Ah! This is so frustrating. This is so frustrating. I don't think I can take that. I'm super wrong. I could have taken that, and I needed to have taken that. Oh no. And I lose. But now our opponent does have the emissaries and the villas. But double duchy is like winning line also. Double duchy is a winning line. Yeah, I goofed. I goofed. This is such a frustrating game to lose. Oh, wow. I hate this board. I hate this board so much. Miserable. Absolutely miserable. I hate it. I don't think I misplayed by not taking that flag bearer. Maybe I did. Maybe I had to count on a dud there. But, like, if they had their emissaries, they would have had a really good chance of winning. Like, if they see 3 villas, they auto win. And they had 3 villas left in their shuffle. So, and they had 2 emissaries, I think. So, I don't know. Once I had those 2 duds in a row, it was over. And I think it was right to deny the villas, too. If I have a good turn there, I just auto win. So, that one really hurts to lose. That one's awful. I don't see any good March options here. So I think we open Forager, Moneylender. The plus buy situation's pretty awkward. Like, we could spend a coffer and march and buy Black Cat or something. But why? But why? I'll play with Moneylender. So we're going to be playing with Bandit Camp, I guess. It's a no-draw board. Nice. Nice. Our opponent gets an incredible draw, and we get to follow it right up, but get an extra money. Capital City. That's not what I was thinking. Why Capital City? Now here's something interesting. We could buy a trading post and march it. Next turn. That is something we could do. We could also just double march our Forager and Moneylender. That probably seems better. Why Capital City? I mean, we can get some draw with Capital City, it must be said. Or can we? Not easily. There's Triumphal Arch, which means we want to get Bakers and Capital Cities, I think. Probably. I don't know. I think Baker's fine card there. I think I'll do the same thing. I don't really want a silver, I don't think. think I would rather thin an estate, I guess. Black cat. Eh. Is Capital City better than Bandit Camp? I'm not convinced it is. Our opponent gets to trash their estate. Well, I'm sure we'll get there in the end. Oh, right now. Um, I still want to see my trashers quite a bit, so I think I'll go with Baker over Bandit Camp. But both are fine. Fine cards. Plays a Bandit Camp and immediately draws the spoils. I think I'll go 3 and 3. And then we'll start greening. Oh, Black Cat. Hmm. Should we be building more? Hmm. Not much in the way of coppers left. So we can definitely limit our opponent to 5 triumphal arch points if like that's the direction they're going, but which is a reasonable direction to go. Sure hope I find a village. It's a reasonable chance. I've got a baker and 3 villages down there. So approximately 50% chance, I think. I'm not liking my chances right now, though. Everything's kind of worked out for my opponent. It's all kind of worked out. That's wild. You know what? This game sucks. It really does. It just sucks. Why would I find my black cat? Like, that doesn't seem necessary in any way, shape, or form. Doesn't seem important. Definitely not important. Of course, don't draw that last black cat. That'd be ridiculous. Why would you want to do that? What good could that possibly serve to see the card that you want to see? Oh. I don't even... Whatever. I forgot what Black Cat did. We're off to a great start. Hate this board. Nice draw. Yeah, it's got to be another page. I don't know if I'm going to advance it up the line, though. Guess we'll find out. So Carpenter seems pretty good, right? Because we can gain some useful cards like Experiment and Mountain Village. I don't really see... And Steward, of course. So I think we want to go with Carpenter. We definitely could get Bonfire. That's not crazy. But we can get Bonfire on 3. I don't know. Let's be greedy and lose. Interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so I think we're going to want to not take a silver and instead just Bonfire. I'll get golds like later. That seems good. I think probably Mountain Village. We have multiple terminals, and Mountain Village plays nicely with the page line. Interesting. That's a pretty thin deck. Oh, our opponent missed the page. Bottom decked. Unfortunate. Wow. Well, this is awful. All of our estates and not a... ambassador to be found. However, as long as we have a mountain village next turn, we're in good shape. Or not. Yeah, we probably lose at this point. Interesting. I would have thought that I was in a good spot, but alas, we lose. That's actually probably bad for me to even return that. Thank goodness the opponent doesn't have another warrior. They trash all my cards. Yeah, I think we're well behind in this game now. Well played from our opponent. Oh, I don't have to discard from exile. Then I won't. Maybe I should add an experiment for carpenter fodder instead of another black cat. Unclear. Wow, just one black cat. Great. Great. I'm sure our opponent's gonna use their only two black cats. You know, I probably should have bought a copper also there, so I would have had a carpenter fodder. Hmm. Well, we can definitely get a lot of golds. We still don't have enough draw. I think we want to get an experiment for our next turn, heading into our next turn. Maybe, can we grab 3 provinces safely? Our opponent hasn't shuffled their deck yet. So they have at most one black cat. Interesting. They have a pretty sloppy deck. They have no experiments. They don't have much draw. I think I can take 3 provinces safely. No reaction. I might not have any draw. We're going to try it. We're going to see what happens. It'll be an experiment. This is a very nice starting hand. Thank you. So yeah, we probably win here. Let's check it out. Okay. Well, that happened. Oh, our opponent only had one black cat. I don't even know what our decks entail. Now I'm gonna look like a jerk saying GG, but well, that's fair. I am a jerk. That was weird. What do we have? Trapper's Lodge. That's important in the opening. Usually. However, not a whole lot going on here. We can Trapper's Lodge a cargo ship. And then we have a guaranteed wharf. Heading into turn 3. That's pretty good. But there's no... Well, there is plus actions in Mastermind. Yeah, this board has the things. It's just awkward. They're just awkward. We have Mastermind with the duration draw. Very tricky to track. But Wharf helps you set up, like, your target for Mastermind. Kiln could be relevant. I think 3-4 is better than 4-3 here. Because on 4-3, there's a chance that you bottom deck a copper, and then you can't put Wharf into cargo ship if you do that opening line. Individually played the coppers, or so it seems. Well, that's unfortunate. We might not even hit 5. What are we going to get on 5? Assuming we hit it, which, as I said, is not guaranteed. I'm thinking Mastermind. There are some bad draws, but you just need those plus actions, right? And we'll buy Underling when we have fewer coins. So our opponent tries to play it safe, and we don't have an option because our draw sucks. This would have been so good if it was a Mastermind. Would it? No, I guess it wouldn't. It'd be decent if it was a Mastermind. Unless we draw a cargo ship, then it would be terrible. But then we just play the cargo ship. Yeah. I see. This looks like a good Mastermind acquisition. We could top deck the Underling. Or we could top deck an Oracle. Probably Underling. Hmm. We just need these masterminds. Once we have a pair of masterminds and a pair of wharves, then we'll get the kill, and then we'll just start going crazy. Or should we get a leprechaun? Because at that point, we're going to be able to set up 7 cards. Now, the crazy thing is if we can have 6 duration cards and then mastermind a leprechaun. Actually, we don't even need that. We just need enough mastermind plays so that we can mastermind a leprechaun. I feel like that's going to happen. For one of us. Maybe both of us. In which case, kill might not be super important. Cargo ship. What? Alright, do we even want to play this underling? Yeah, because we want to shuffle around a wharf. There's like actually nothing down there that we care about. Is it leprechaun time? No, because we don't have an underling down there. We need to top deck that. Definitely possible to top deck something else, but that'd be risky. So we really want to find our mastermind. There's no guarantee of that, unfortunately. We just have to get a little lucky. Our opponent still hasn't played a mastermind yet. Oh, come on. Come on. No. Ah. Brutal. Brutal. So we just have a mastermind down there. We can't play. Should we get a capital? Is that any use at all? Should we get a gold? We're gonna get golds from Leprechaun. Capital lets us be flexible with our buys. I think I'm just gonna get another wharf. Oh. Hmm. Dwarf does nothing for us. Oh boy. Alright, that's good enough. I don't want to draw into my mastermind. We need to protect the underling, unfortunately. I'd love to get a leprechaun there, but otherwise we wouldn't have an underling. Looks like our opponent got there before us. We do have the extra wharf, though. I think that'll help quite a bit. Our opponent can get the wharf now, though. Oh, they don't get the wharf. But they can get a leprechaun. I mean, this is a top deck, obviously. Then you get a Leprechaun, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. This one's a wharf. Sure, we'll top deck it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And then next turn we'll get Leprechaun Mastermind, I think. We're not gonna have the plus actions to play all those things, so. Can our opponent get there? I'm hoping not. They get there. But they don't get to play, or do they get to play their Mastermind? So slow to get this going. It's gonna explode now. Our opponent's a half step ahead of us. We've got the wharfs, though. We've got the wharfs. I think this is gonna be a good turn. The problem is we're not gonna have enough plus actions next turn. We can only play 4 things. So we'll just have to choose carefully. Wait, how does that work? Trapper's Lodge. That's how that works. Yeah, so we're pretty screwed. That was well played. That was well played. You hate to see it. I mean, I hate to see it. So I think we want the Leprechaun in hand. In cargo ship. And we want the Mastermind. We don't want that top decked. So our opponent could have dudded there, I think. Maybe they knew they had an underling on top. 4. No. They did not know they had an underling on top, so they could have dudded there with no wharf. They didn't get to play their Leprechaun, but it's a good turn. They got to play a Mastermind and 2 wharfs and a cargo ship. So ideally we'd play 2 Masterminds, but 2 wharfs and 1 Mastermind will have to do. At some point we need to make the switch into playing 2 Masterminds. That's going to be a tricky switch. The wish doesn't help us much on our turn. So we'll probably want it just in the deck. Because, yeah, we don't have the actions for it. Like, what are we going to wish for? Yeah, man. I'm sure you would like one more coin, but alas, you do not have it. So 2 Wharfs and a Mastermind in play. Our opponent's going to kick off pretty strongly on their next turn. And they've got an underling in those cards. Yeah, we're still behind. Our opponent's going to get an opportunity to play 2 Masterminds before we do. They're like almost exactly a half turn ahead of us, except with an extra gold, I guess. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do we even do next turn? I think I'm going to buy a province. I hope we find a wharf or a wish, which we can turn into a wharf. No. If we don't find it, everybody who yelled at me for buying a province can say I told you so. We even have other outs, right? We could find our Leprechaun. And top deck a wish. Stuff like that. So does our opponent get 2 Masterminds into play? They do. Yeah, they're ahead. But we're ahead on green. There's a potential megaturn thing with the Leprechaun, right? Like, if we can mastermind a Leprechaun, you can gain 3 capitals from the wishes. That's 18 coins. And then the 3 golds. 27 coins. That's a lot. That's a lot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Now, we really want a mastermind, don't we? Maybe this is just the best we can do. I'm thinking about buying Province Capital, but I'm wondering if that will... I'm wondering if that will, like, reveal the capital approach to my opponent. But does it matter? They can't possibly get 5 provinces. And maybe I can get 4 with all the capitals. And if not 4, maybe I can at least get um a lot. So yeah, I think we're gonna top deck the gold. Not the wish. Play 1 underling. Play cargo ship mastermind. Buy capital province. And say go. Should I have gotten another mastermind in play instead? It's really hard to say. Really hard to say. My opponent's in a very strong position next turn. Yeah. I just don't think I would have had as good of a turn if I put the Mastermind. I might not even have another action card down there in those three. I mean, I have a wish, but I can't, like, redeem the wish and play it as, like, play Wharf with the Mastermind. I could only target the wish with the Mastermind, which would be not good. So I don't think getting a second Mastermind in play would have been correct. Now, maybe I could have. Nope, still doesn't work. Oh, I mean, I could have bought a Wharf instead of buying a capital. Duh. Or instead of buying a province, I guess. Yeah, I could have set that up. I could have set that up. No, no, I couldn't have played cargo ship and two masterminds. That's not a thing I could have done. Hmm. Yeah, this is important to think. I think it's pretty trivial for me to win if my opponent gets two provinces, so long as I don't have a complete dead. Which is possible. But can I get four provinces? That seems like I'd need an absolutely incredible turn, which I probably can't get. And then I think my opponent can set up so that they can get four provinces on their next turn. They still have a wish. I think I need to use my wish for a wharf. Because I don't. I have an underling down there, but like no other draw. Oh, I have another underling down there. Yeah, I could have done a double mastermind. How horrible would it have been if both my underlings were bottom decked? So if my opponent gets like three duchies, well, I mean they probably can't win next turn. But if they get two capitals and a duchy, I think my best bet is going to be to take as much green as I can. Like if I can take three provinces. If I can't, then I probably want to follow. Maybe try to set up a double mastermind turn. Maybe. Whoa. So I probably helped lead my opponent to this I don't know if I helped lead my opponent to this line of thinking with the capitals. Like, there was a risk. I'm almost positive that I have another underling down there. I guess not. Hmm. Okay. So our opponent has a wish and two capitals and another way to get another capital. So the most that we can have is our two golds, two copper, and two capital. And we can't even do that. Okay, so this has to be a wharf. I don't see any other way. Like, there's... Yeah, I could draw the gold, but that hardly seems like a game-changing thing to do. Okay. So, what now? We didn't find our wish, so I think we just play out another turn. It's like the last use of our Leprechaun. It'd be great if I could top deck the wish and then top deck the gold, but I don't really want to draw the wish this turn, I don't think. I think we're going to try to force our opponent to get all the provinces or something like that. I think I'm just going to get two duchies. Oh, they did it. Yeah, I predicted somebody would be able to do it. Yeah, that's probably game. That's a lot of wishes. It's impressive. They got there. Just a little bit slow on my part. Very impressive. Nicely done. Nicely done. I don't think I could have afforded 3 provinces, so I don't think there's any way for me to try a different line on that turn anyway. Just a half a turn behind, really. I couldn't safely play that double Mastermind. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe I had to go for it. But I still lose if they see the capital line. So. Eh. Cool, we can enhance. That's not a victory card. So we can enhance into Amulet. Unfortunately, we can't double enhance. Unlucky. How do we feel? Well, I mean, we can if we want to get a town crier from a copper. That's definitely not a necessary kind of card to get. Is there no plus buy again? This is starting to annoy me. There's no victory in this pile. This is really annoying. So we could buy a fortress with the plan to advance it. No attack in here either, right? Yeah, I think the town crier pile is ignorable. Looks like our opponent has the option for the double and advance opening. Oh, hey, guess what? Advance and enhance are both on the board. What do you know? Ha ha ha. Whoops. I'm gonna pretend like this was all part of the plan. It was not part of the plan. Two five. I think we've lost this one. The madman. The madman. Hmm. They don't have much in the way of terminals. I should definitely name a terminal. If I mean, Paddock is a good card. That's my opinion. But the opponent can't afford Paddock plus another card. Like, would they rather? But I can't deny both Oracle and Sheepdog. Hmm. Awkward. I still don't know whether I should trigger the shuffle. I think I'm not going to trigger a shuffle, and I think I'm going to get a Band of Misfits. Oh. Oh, I see. Ah, my opponent's very smart. Contraband is the right play. Okay, I'll join. That's very smart. Might even want to play with multiple contrabands. This is pretty cool. I'm glad my opponent showed me the way. There it is, contraband number 2. You love to see it. I want to continue my turn. I sure wish I didn't draw this way. Name's province. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a sheepdog. I feel like that's going to be better than oracle. Because we're going to be able to play paddock and then play sheepdog. Anyways, our opponent's definitely playing better than us at the moment. I think I'm going to continue clicking paddock. I don't think it matters much. Maybe I should have clicked gold. I just don't think there's any rush to get gold. You can just enhance fortress into gold. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you name with contraband. Yeah, we're just slower on the trashing. Much slower. That's annoying. But only mildly. How crazy would it be to get 2 more contrabands? Pretty crazy, I think. You have that amulet going in the shuffle. Hmm. Do I have the actions to do anything else? Not really. Maybe I should get a junk dealer. Hmm. Could get a sheepdog. Could eat a band of misfits. That doesn't really help. Should I suck it up and get another fortress? Nah. I don't like it, but I don't really like most of what's happening. I'm just very behind. I don't know how we win. I don't see a way. Don't see a way. Good play from our opponent. That was a bit of a dud turn from our opponent. I guess they only had the 2 horses, though. I overestimated their deck. I expect I'm overestimating my own deck as well. I'd really love to do other things this turn. Looks like I'm going to get that opportunity. Excellent. Do we trigger a shuffle? I'd like to, but I think that's too risky. So because of that dead turn from our opponent, I think we're actually almost caught up. So what we do now is we get some number of golds. I can have 3 buys. Probably another paddock. Gold paddock. Do we be risky? Get another gold? We trashed 2 cards, and we removed a 3rd in the form of amulet. So we would have perfect draw if we did that. I think the safe play is to get another sheepdog. Oh boy. Maybe we should have gotten another fortress. Oh, our opponent held on to their overgrown estate. What a madman. None of this matters. As long as they have a fortress in hand, which seems almost guaranteed. I guess I'll just follow what my opponent named. We really need to find a fortress or another horse. The coin can't be useful, so I'll trash. The only awkward draw is if I draw a junk dealer plus another good card like a sheepdog or a paddock. Then I have to play that junk dealer. That's the only situation in which I would regret trashing the copper. I had 2 coppers left over. I mean, it's a realistic situation. I want to reduce the chances of a dead. I don't know why I did that. I have another sheepdog. Yeah, we're just going to do it this way. our opponent gets... Yeah, I think we're in a good spot. Well, no, I'm first player, aren't I? I'm in a terrible spot. Unless my opponent does. Did they set up their next turn? They did. Yeah, we're screwed. Wow. 1-5. This has been a downward trend in our league performance. Yeah, we had a good chance to promote, but we're gonna go right into the gutter after this match. Then we're gonna have to fight to avoid demotion. I mean, it's gold or it's got to be gold, right? I mean, it doesn't even have to. Our opponent just has all the control. All the control. But, I mean, they did spot the key contraband value before I did, so it is deserved that they win this game. It's frustrating. Just frustrating to lose so many. I think it was games 2 and 5 in particular that could have really easily gone the other way. It's pretty much a mirror. And I was ahead in 2. There was a point in time when I was ahead in 5, but didn't work out. Yep, gold. Yeah, it's all fine. But do we have any lines? We can dance. We can most definitely dance. Because our opponent can get 2 provinces next turn, but they can't set themselves up to get 2 provinces on the following turn. So what happens if we just grab another Contraband? And just go all out on the duchies? In fact, we can... We can save the gold and just... we need 1 more province, but we can get that like at the end. All right, so let's think this through. It's going to take our opponent 3 turns to get all the provinces, right? They can get 2 this turn, 1 the next turn, and then 2 the following turn. So what we need to do is be in a position to take 2 provinces and 4 duchies. Nope. 5 duchies in 2 turns. 3 turns. We have 3 buy phases to accomplish that. So if we just do like the... So if we just do the dumb thing here, and we replace the gold, get a province, and get a duchy, then our opponent takes 2 provinces and a gold. Then we take 3 duchies. That would be enough to win. So that's like level 1. Level 1 we can win. Now, how does our opponent respond to that plan? Well, it's simple. They put themselves in a position where they can get 2 provinces, and I can't. So that's the advantage of holding on to the gold, is I can threaten with a little more reach. Now there's the question of, does an extra contraband pay off? It costs me 1 duchy, but if the game goes more than 2 turns, then I can get more value out of it. So I think pretty clearly the answer is yes. And there's just a question of like how much our deck can support. There's definitely a limit. Like, I think it would be foolish to get more contrabands. But I'm not even positive about that. Anyways, I'm thinking about getting 2 duchies here. Our draw situation, we had an extra action this turn. Maybe we should get a paddock. Alright, let's just make sure we can beat the dumb thing if we do that. So opponent gets, after 2 turns, has 3 provinces and is threatening to win on the following turn. In that situation, next turn we need to get a gold. We have 3 other gains, which can be duchies. That brings us up to 4 duchies. Yeah, I mean, that seems plenty fine. Huh. Huh. I don't know how the opponent adapts. But you know what? I'm curious to see it. I am curious to see it. I think we have a chance. But I don't really know what my opponent's going to do. What? Shouldn't they have played... Oh, I see the problem. Yeah, they're becoming a little unreliable. Just a little, I mean, not a lot. They actually didn't have to play all their horses that turn. I think. Maybe they did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 horses. They played more horses than they can support. This long game favors me. Because I have the extra fortress, paddock, and sheepdog. And now contraband. I may have to get 2 golds or something on my turn. If our opponent gets a contraband, wait, why didn't I get a gold? I'm a dummy. I am so dumb. I think I'm still gonna win, but I could have threatened triple province trivially if I got a gold instead of a duchy there. Like, what was I thinking? No, I could only threaten double. I would have to give up either the paddock or the contraband to threaten triple. I totally could have tried that, but yeah, I'm fine with our line because we can get a bunch of golds next turn. The duchy is critical anyway, probably. This is an interesting endgame. I mean, this is an interesting board. Thanks again to my opponent for opening my eyes to the possibilities presented by Contraband. And enhance. Now, if Contraband were like spices, right? The board would clearly be more powerful. But would it be more interesting? I submit that it would not. It would be easy for my opponent to empty the provinces in 2 turns if their contrabands were spices. But they can't do that. They need 3 turns, and that gave me an opening. Hopefully, I can capitalize. It really depends how many provinces our opponent takes. I like to see that. I really like to see that. Nice. All right. And we can play a bunch of these. Do we have a copper left? Yes, we do. Okay. Do we spend a horse to... Oh, we could have held on to the sheepdog. I mean, top decking horses is pretty valuable. Oh, I wish we had done that better. Dang. Could have had 2 more horses in that shuffle. It is what it is. Okay, so we just need to be able to threaten to get 3 provinces next turn, and I think our opponent is lost, right? Unless I'm wrong about everything. We're gonna have 4 buys next turn. So if our opponent gets a province, we spend 2 of our buys on provinces and 2 on duchies. Oh no. I think we're sunk if our opponent continues to draw. Like, we're definitely getting 2 duchies, right? That much is clear. Alright, now possibility number 1. We get 2 golds. How does that bite us? Well, our opponent buys a province. They do have to get 2 golds, but they're at 32 VP. We get 2 provinces and 2 duchies. Which is worth 18 VP. Which brings us up to 33. What? That doesn't make sense. Alright, the opponent gets 1 province and brings us up to 30. Aha. We still win in that line, right? We have 4 buys. We turn 2 provinces and 2 duchies. 18 VP, 33. Our opponent, if they get province gold gold, let's do a sanity check here. They only have 1 gold. So if they do province gold gold, then they're only going to have 30 VP. If they take duchies, well, then that means they can't empty provinces, and we can take duchies. And what are they going to do then? Well, no, they can't do that because we're going to be able to empty it on provinces, so they have to take a province. But if they take province to duchies, So they take province, two duchies. I think we win if we take the two golds. And I think if we don't take the two golds, then our opponent doesn't buy a province. They just take two golds and a duchy and threaten to win next turn. And there's nothing we can do about that. So I think we have to take two golds here. And I wish I had more horses top decked. I still think I've got the checkmate so long as I don't dud. I kind of wish our opponent was dudding more. Maybe an unreasonable expectation. It looks like they have some horses saved up. Our opponent has a grand total of 6 horses. Okay. They don't have any saved up. And they have 3 top decked. They might dead next turn. They might not. If our opponent gets province, gold, gold, we win on provinces and duchies. If our opponent takes province and any number of duchies, then they can't win next turn. And so we take duchies. And possibly a sheepdog. If they take 2 duchies, then we take 3 and a sheepdog or whatever gives us the most reliability. Probably a band of misfits, maybe? Okay. Okay. I hope we can win. Our opponent doesn't have any golds, that much is clear. You know? Thank you. Sure would have been terrible to lose that way. Oh, I should have not played that next fortress. That was a mistake. Let's save this. So I can just junk dealer the gold. Alright, didn't matter. Oh boy. Huh. Gonna be a tough one. I think I like Bandit Misfits best. Oh, hold on a moment. The paddocks can be played non-terminally once I empty duchies, so definitely Sheepdog is correct. All right. No, it should be Bandit Misfits still. That makes the most sense. So our opponent can buy a province, and then we're screwed. Shoot! If they get the money, they probably will get the money. No, I didn't think of that line. There might have been other lines that could have won. Oh, I totally didn't think about that line. Don't tease me. Yep. Okay. Well, that's too bad. Okay. So what's our play? Can theoretically get 32 plus 6. Yeah, I guess we lose. Hmm. Hmm. Hadn't considered that line. Dang. Well played for my opponent to see that line. I wonder if there was another way. I wonder if there was another way. Because getting, like, the extra golds was a big cost in terms of grabbing duchies. Problem with getting 2 golds is our opponent can set up a 2-turn win. Hmm. Yeah, maybe I was just checkmated. Unclear. Anyways, I got another game left, and, I'll try not to demote.